Thank you. Yes, yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody. It has been one hell of a week. Welcome to the game show. I feel old. I hope you're doing well. I hope you haven't got the virus. Be careful out there, especially VR users, because those headsets are hotbeds for illness. Now, PlayStation 2 is 20 years old. One more year, we'll be able to take her out for a drink. Halo is trending again. It's nuts. 9-year-olds screaming at you. All their dads work for Xbox. Nintendo Switch, 3 years old, so I'm ready for that giant one that's basically just a Wii U. And every gaming event seems to be getting canceled at the moment, while Valve is just pumping out content, so I'm a little worried the end of the world might be coming. But we'll worry about that another time. Right now, it's time for the news. First up, HalfLife Alyx. Now, I knew IGN was going to have the first this month, but Valve surprised us with 3 gameplay videos that highlighted the different movement systems, a blink, a dash, and a free movement. Personally, I can't wait for the free movement, but I love that there are options. Now, we also learned today that they're going to have a way to play the game with just one controller if that's the only thing you got. If you're one-armed and all you have is one hand, you can still play HalfLife Alyx because the developers made the game playable for you, which I think is amazing. But besides all of the control schemes and all of that, the gameplay looks fantastic. I cannot wait to get into this world. I can't wait to step into a virtual City 17. It's going to be amazing. It's been too long, and I just can't wait. We're going to try our hardest to get an index to play, and I believe we're going to be playing for a long time on launch day, so get ready for an amazing HalfLife Alyx stream. And Media Molecule continues to knock it out of the park with Dreams. They just updated the other day, but they started teasing a little bit of what's going on in the VR, if you've been paying attention. They've been making games here and there on their own and sharing them with the community. They had this little soccer game. Well, take a look at what it's going to look like in VR. Now, I assumed it was just going to be a little third-person thing, but no, first-person in VR. You're running around in a little soccer world. I can't wait. Covert VR is coming to PlayStation VR and Oculus Rift on March 10th. Now, this is a cooperative heist game where you and a buddy who doesn't even need a VR headset, all they need is an Android or Apple tablet or phone, and they can play along with you. It's a blast, and we'll have more on the channel of that one coming soon. And does everyone remember The Room, that mobile game we had to find little things and break out and kind of puzzles? Well, it's finally coming to VR. Now, honestly, I think this is the perfect fit for a game like that. Nothing is better than those little puzzle games, and I think it's going to be a blast, and it's hitting PlayStation VR this March, I believe March 26th. And Drifter Entertainment teased their new title, Lies Beneath, which is a horror game coming to Oculus Quest, I'm assuming. Now, Drifter's first title, Gunheart, is amazing, and they did the Robo Recall port over to Quest, so I'm excited to see this new title because the art style looks phenomenal. Now for some general gaming news. E3 is still on schedule at the moment, but I've seen talks here and there that they're a little worried about it. Personally, I've been to a handful of gaming expos. One I went to had an entire cuddle section with beanbags and people all over each other, and they'd spend a night there, and I just feel like that's a place where if you're gonna get sick, you're gonna get sick. So maybe take a break, consider the options, because if we got illness going around, that is the last place that anybody wants to be. And Riot Games finally named their new title, Valorant, which we've been hearing about for a while. Initially was Project D, not E, A. And now it's Valorant, and it is a 5v5, similar to the vein of, I believe, Overwatch, but it is gonna be their own spin on things. I'm really excited to check it out a little bit more, because they've only released a tiny bit of info so far. And like I said, PlayStation 2 is 20 years old now. I remember when my mom had to search the paper for a PlayStation 2 to go and buy one for like 4 times the price because they were impossible to find. She met some dude in a dark alley and had to bring some guy that worked at our restaurant with her, and I can't even believe she did that before the day and age of computers. Now we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of that device. I played so many hours on PS2, way too many to count. Just the nostalgia is an overload, but when I go back and play those games, I typically don't want to play them nowadays because I've gotten past that. I like virtual reality. But what about you? What games do you remember? What games do you still play? What games were just that PS2 era that you just never want to forget? And Antonio Banderas in Uncharted. Yes, Sony has confirmed that another actor has been pulled for the Uncharted movie. Now, I believe they're on the 7th or 8th director, so all hope is in the hands of whoever's working on everything. I would love to see this movie come to fruition, but hey, we'll find out in due time. Speaking of movies and TV shows, The Last of Us is getting their own TV show as well. Now, I have no idea if it's gonna focus on some other world, or it's gonna be Joel and Ellie, or it's gonna be here and there, but it's pretty exciting, and it's coming to HBO, and it's with the creator of Chernobyl, which I really did like Chernobyl, so I'm thinking it's gonna be good things. What are your thoughts? And the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo is live in the PlayStation Store if you haven't checked it out. So the new one, being hack and slash, was a blast. Now you can also put it in classic mode, which means you just gotta like sit there and watch the people run around and fight for you, and all you have to do is press a button and then they do all these crazy moves, and it's nuts, and I can't believe people played games like that, but if you want to play the game like that, you're more than welcome to. And Skate is back. Well, not exactly. Now, I know everybody's excited for all these huge releases coming, but this is something that I've been waiting for a long time. Skater XL is coming to PlayStation 4, and this is that high-quality skateboarding game that you've been missing since Tony Hawk hasn't been around in years, and Skate just dropped off the edge of the earth. But yes, this one looks awesome. You can do so much. You can have so much more board control, and I can't wait to get into it. I believe it might be already out in some other places, but it's coming to PlayStation 4, and that's where I like playing my games. And tons of great stuff came out of PAX East, but we got a look at Grounded. Finally, some real gameplay rather than just CGI trailers, and it's looking even better than it looked before. If you weren't aware, this is that game where you like shrunk down to ant size, and you got to kind of battle with buddies and friends, and I think it looks even cooler, and I'd like to see your opinion as well. Well, hear your opinion, because I can't really see you. And Nintendo Switch is 3 years in. Now, I went and got a Switch. I don't believe launch night. It was probably a week after, but I remember when people were like, the Switch is never going to work. It's basically just a Wii U that you can take around without your TV, and look where we are now. Pretty much everybody has a Switch. You can just talk to people that wouldn't even talk about gaming, and they've probably got a Switch. The Switch is basically, like I said, getting to the size of the Wii U, so it's almost like the Wii U is back. I'm excited. I love playing around my Switch. It's great for airports, it's great for traveling, it's great for lunch, it's great for gaming on the go. I even got a Switch Lite. I gave my Switch to my cousin over in Italy, because over there they're like $3,000-$4,000, some kind of crazy exorbitant amount. I don't even know if that's the right word there, but now I have a Switch Lite, and I like my Switch Lite because I never kind of hooked off the thingies anyway. But 3 years down Switch, the games keep coming out. We have Animal Crossing right around the corner, so kudos to you, Nintendo. Great job. like anyone wasn't expecting that. And now this is awesome. So somebody recreated the first shrine from Breath of the Wild in Labo. If you're unaware, Labo is this extra kit that Nintendo has for Switch, where they actually introduced this Labo VR thing, and you could put your Switch into a thing, and you could build these little levels. Well, somebody built a level, and it is the first shrine in Zelda, and it's nuts because there's a lot that goes into building these. It's not as simple as these other like Dreams programs that do things, so it's really exciting to see, and I just wanted to share it with you. Halo is back, yes. Combat Evolved dropped this week, and it's part of the Master Chief Collection, if you weren't aware, which is out on Steam right now for $39.99. And throughout the year, a lot of new Halo games are being dropped. Well, not new Halo games, old Halo games with the PC remasters, which look beautiful. It had been 18 years since I played Halo. I played it the other day, and it was like it was yesterday. It was so cool. But yes, those are definitely worth a grab and worth checking out. They have all the multiplayer. They have everything. It is so much fun. And there were actually people in the voice chat screaming just like it was 2001 again. Less than there were, but they're still there. And we finally have a release date for Death Stranding on PC coming from 505 Games. This is June 2nd, and they're adding a lot to it. They're adding a photo mode, which is something I know a lot of people are asking, and you can do some crazy photos with. They're dumping a bunch of Half-Life stuff in there, and they're having ultra-wide monitor support, and it's not just a bigger picture, they're actually extending out the picture, which is really cool. I like to see that. And on top of that, I just want to play it again. I love Death Stranding. I put 50 hours in that game last year, so I am looking forward to putting probably another like 20 or 30 hours. I don't think I'll play the whole thing all over again, but we're definitely going to play again because, hey, it's Death Stranding. It's so much fun. And the last story of the day, and I saved this one because It's funny to me. So there's this new game-making game coming out called Core, and they use Unreal assets, and you as a player can kind of just hop in and be like, hey, I want a battle royale game, and they're like, okay, all you gotta do is click this little box. So all you do is click the box, and you're like, hey, I got a battle royale, and then place this, place that. I think it's almost like The Sims, except game building. And the cool thing is, you can make money off this game. But the funny thing is, you don't make money by selling the game. You make money with microtransactions within the game. So what's hilarious to me is that within due time, we're gonna have all these players making games for other people to play, and the players are gonna be pounding them full of microtransactions because they're gonna wanna make money off it. So I think it's just a silly system. I love that people are making games. I don't think that it threatens game devs' jobs because it's still, you need that formal, like I thought at one point in time, I understood how games were made, but now spending time with the people that work here, there's a lot more than just kind of press the button and go, or just kind of run or click. There's a lot of design elements. There's a lot of thought that goes into every single aspect of a game, so I don't think it's gonna scare anybody from losing their jobs. But what are your thoughts? Do you think games like this and Dreams and all that can kind of change the way that things are gonna happen in the future? That's why we ended on this question, because it's a way better discussion. But please, let us know. Now that's it for the news this week. I hope you had a lovely week. We're gonna keep pounding out the news every Friday. We're gonna have a lot of great videos coming to you, a lot of special secret kind of inside looks that no one can get. Well, not no one, but Frankie has to work real hard and tough and kind of poke all of these people that are known to get them in here to get for you. But we're gonna have all that great stuff coming up this year. I can't wait. It's gonna be a great year on the game show. But thank you all for coming through this week. Hit that thumbs up if you'd like. Smash that subscribe button. Smash the like button. Do whatever. Do whatever you'd like to do. Be your own person, but just don't forget that you're amazing and you're wonderful and you should have a great weekend. Now, I have to go get back to work because it's a heck of a day, but please, 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 play some Firewall this weekend. If you haven't played any Firewall in a while, play some VR, talk to your friends, talk to your families, be careful out there, cover everything in Lysol. That's what people are doing right now. Just everything. Just if you think it should be covered in Lysol, just cover it in Lysol. And we'll see you again next week.